Alright, what's up, guys? We are back here again with another Pokemon Auto Chess game. Now, I do not remember at all what I did in this game, but I do know we must have done okay. Um, Let me see if I can go back to my notes here. Ah, okay, so it looks like we have a pretty good game here. I actually was really excited about this game up until super late. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Sorry for the lag. I think I played this game um, on my not so great laptop. So you're gonna see a little bit of lag, but shouldn't be anything too crazy. I think I immediately see that I have some bug options. So I'm just buying everything out of the shop, and I think I'm going to heavy roll for bugs, is what it looks like I'm going for as of right now. So we'll see. I'm starting to get the learning curve down of the items pretty well in this game. You definitely want to get the Magnet Heart Scale for the Muscle Band. You want to get the Never Melting Ice with the Charcoal for a Shell Bell. Um, you want to get some other strong items such as the Soul Dew's pretty good. I really enjoy using the Pokédoll as well for defensive characters. You can kind of see I'm rolling extremely heavily here. I'm finding all the bug Pokemon that I can grab. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but there is a achievement in this game or a title where you win a game with either 100 or more health. I am really trying to achieve that, and I'm going for it in this game. You guys will see if I get it or not. Inside this carousel, we go ahead and grab that amulet coin. The amulet coin, every single time the user Pokemon that has it attached gets a kill, you get a gold, but anytime you activate it once, it drops your interest cap to 40 gold, which will only give you 4 gold per round for the rest of the game. I decided to go ahead and throw that on my Metapod since he is my ranged and strongest unit, so he's a little bit more likely to get some kills, whereas the Kakuna is probably going to be tanking a bunch of damage. I decided to throw the upgrade on the Metapod a little early so he can get a little bit of speed. With how heavy we are rolling, I'm kind of hoping we can start win streaking. I don't remember. All right, we should be able to win this one, but we are looking for the amulet coin to do as much as possible so we could get, like I said, so we could get that gold back. We don't have to rely on the win streak, but we probably are going to at the end of the day anyways. So we're kind of just looking for any kind of bug. Other than that, we are looking for just random items. I picked up the black glasses there because I was thinking about potentially going for a wonder box. Potentially, but we'll see. Um, I also decided to uh, roll the shop heavily, not just for um, Weedle and Caterpie, but because I do have the Petal Bug as well. So that's another common that I could be finding while I'm rolling. So 3 total common bug Pokemon, all who are really strong at their full evolutions. So I figured let's go for it. Bug is really strong in the early game. It tends to get a little weaker once you get to those late game synergies, playing against stuff like water and poison. Um, but in the early to middle game, just being able to outswarm your opponent with all your bugs tends to be good enough to win you those early rounds. So I don't feel too bad about hyper rolling at the beginning of this one. We are finding a good amount of bug Pokemon here. You see we have 4 2-star evolutions. That's really strong for stage 6. So I don't expect us to be losing anytime soon. 2 of our Pokemon are going to get copied as well because of the bug synergy. So definitely something to look at. I don't anticipate us losing a match anytime soon, especially if we could start hitting more of the bugs. I think we need 4 more Caterpies and we need 5 more Weedles. We need 3 more Caterpies. Got some Sizzlepedes in there. So we definitely have a lot of bug Pokemon. When you're going for bug Pokemon, that unique one that you're looking for is definitely going to be Durant. Durant has a really strong ability. Um, he deals true damage equal to the amount of allied bug Pokemon. So that's really strong. And then when you get Durant's special ability, um, once per combat, he will summon your strongest bug on your bench and put it into your swarm. So that's also really cool. I'm just kind of looking at what I'm getting. Since I'm going bug, there really is no point in grabbing the fossil, so we should be grabbing the spoon. And then we are just going to be rolling for our bugs. Grab the ability shield. I think I was just trying to make my team as strong as possible to keep the win streak going. Find another Weedle. Then we find some more. I think we have to sell out of Trapinch or Sizzlepede. I probably would, yeah, since we only have one of the Trapinch. Now we're just trying to find one of our commons. We're gonna lock for the Sizzlepede evolution. But yeah, sorry about the lag. It just we're probably not going to be losing any of these games. Nothing too exciting. We're just going to be basically rolling. So let's see. We're obviously going to pick up the Sizzlepede evolution. He's probably going to be our next Pokemon in. But we do have the unique coming. There's another Kakuna. We need 2 more Caterpies would be nice. Guess early Butterfree, that's pretty good. So our rolls are looking really good. We're getting pretty fortunate. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anybody else is playing bug, so there's not too much competition for those triples. All right, let's see here. Should be a pretty easy fight against the Gyarados. Not too worried about it. Spilled a little bit of water. One sec. On a Ditto, um, I think I thought to myself, I don't know if the Ditto is worth it right now, because it's 5 gold and we're rolling anyways. I also didn't see what the portal we got, but I did end up grabbing the Ditto just to get that Butterfree as soon as possible. I was also thinking we have the Amulet Coin, so if we get the Amulet Coin on a 3-star Butterfree, the chance of us getting a little bit of extra gold would be sick. We are only allowed to have 5 Pokemon in. We did pick up a Heracross, which is really interesting, especially if we can find a Burn Orb, or the Flame Orb. If you guys don't know, Heracross does a lot of extra damage if he is burned. So that's pretty cool. So we will be on the lookout for a Flame Orb. We are going to keep the second evolution of Sewaddle, though, just in case we start leveling a little sooner. But we are looking for 3 more Petal Bugs and 3 more Weedles. That is definitely on the radar. Coming up against this team, you see the Plusle and Minun, and I think usually I'd be very scared to fight that, but we have so many bugs out there, it's just really tough to stop. But Plusle and Minun are definitely a really strong combo to have. We found another Blipbug. Let's see, we go ahead and grab the Max Revive. We're going to throw that on Heracross. Pretty nice. There's a Burmy there. I don't really think we're going to be heading towards the Burmy. We are really just looking to finish off to find that Weedle. I do really like Trapinch though, because he turned into a Flygon if we ever wanted to go for some Dragon Synergy in the end. That is a possibility. Alright, so we need one more Weedle, and we need two more Blipbugs, and then we can start aggressively leveling. Like I said, I'm pretty certain we should still be able to win, even against teams like this that have 6 Pokemon. Like you saw, his Charmander had the Amulet Coin, uh, died instantly, so it doesn't really do much. And then we've got two Butterfrees in the back with a strong Heracross with a Max Revive. So if you really think about it, we do have 6 Pokemon out there, considering the Max Revive. Alright, we got another carousel. We don't have any items, so there's nothing in particular that we are looking for. So let's see. We're kind of just going to grab whatever's left. At this point, I do like to go for Wonder Boxes, just because it'll add a few extra items. We did find a Ditto in the shop. I almost wonder if it's worth selling that Trapinch to get the Ditto now. Um, I think I'd go for that, actually. Yep, we're going to sell the Trapinch, grab the Ditto now. We are going to make the Beedrill. Now we just need one more Blipbug, and we are looking really strong. I mean, I think we're looking really strong already. Right now, I think we are copying Heracross and Butterfree. If we get up to 6 Bug, we can copy the Beedrill as well. That would be super strong. So let's see here. This is a pretty strong water team. Relicanth is a really decent Pokemon, but I do think this might be too much of a battle for him. I think we just have too much with our Max Revive Heracross and all of our Butterfrees. Trying to see if we can get any extra gold from the Amulet Coin. It looks like we only got one hit off that one. Alright, we just need one more Blipbug and then we can move on. Or maybe a Ditto. I'm definitely really invested. This is going to be my third time picking up just a random Trapinch. Let's see if we sell him again eventually. Really hoping to find that Blipbug. And we do find it. Now we have that Orbeetle. So we got Orbeetle, Sizzlipede, Butterfree, Beedrill, Heracross. We pretty much have the dream bug build for stage 13 in this game. Other than Heracross, Durant would have been our next best pick, just because of his special ability, but I think our bugs are so strong right now. And this is when I start thinking about that title, where to win a game with 100 or more health, we are definitely in that realm right now. Especially if we can start leveling, and we kept that second evolution of Swaddle, so we already have a 6th decent bug to throw in. We're going to be looking for some more Trapinches to get that Vibrava. And then we do have the legendary coming. Hopefully we could get to level 7 or level 8 by the time we get to the legendary, but we'll see. Definitely not 8, but potentially level 7. Let's see how aggressive we want to get with it. Alright, here we go. We go ahead and pick up a Miracle Seed, and we're going to throw that on Heracross to just give him a Smoke Bomb. Just making our team as strong as possible. I decide to, I'm thinking to myself, why would I want to sell that? If I want money, I'll just sell the Trapinch. I'm just thinking of interest at this point. Now that we got our evolutions, we want to just move forward. Yeah, it looks like we're playing a fire human, or mostly just a fire. But we just have too many Pokemon and we're gonna overwhelm him here. So pretty good. Hmm. All right. Let's see, we are level 6, so we threw in the evolution of Swaddle. We are now copying Beedrill, Heracross, and Butterfree. Got a little bit of lag going. But we also have 3 flying Pokemon, and that's going to be the Beedrill, the Butterfree, and the Orbeetle. I believe the flying Pokemon ability is as soon as they are below 20 HP or 40 HP, they fly away and reset almost. We absolutely stomped whatever this team was. Sorry about the lag again. It's very unfortunate you guys have to see the lag, but there's not much that I can do when I play some of these games at work. I try to record them, and then I send them to my personal laptop to do a post audio recording. Stage 17, haven't lost yet. Looking for any kind of items. I'm probably going to take the black glasses if it gets offered to me, or maybe the charcoal. I could build a flame orb later. Boom. Yeah, we missed the glasses, so we're going to go ahead and grab that charcoal. Potentially could find a flame orb. We will see. Alright, team's still looking really good. Now I just kind of want people to get out as soon as possible. So if the Absol on the bottom and the Snorlax on the bottom could lose before they get the legendary, that would definitely help me get that title. I believe the title is called Tyrant, but it's very rare. Let's see. Alright, this looks like a strong poison flying, or maybe just a flying team. But looks like our Swarm's doing really well against this. My Heracross still has the max revive. Just cleaning it up at the ends there. That was definitely our closest fight so far. Again, our level cap or our interest cap is at 40. So we are technically over the level cap. I probably won't do anything with the money. If anything, I'll just press the XP button one time. If we could get this Snorlax to lose, that'd be great. He's only got 6 Pokemon, but he's got some monsters in there. I really love playing the monster synergy, especially if you could get it to level 8. It is very strong. Okay, we're going up against the Plusle and Minun. Let's see if they have anything. I am watching to see if Snorlax dies. It looks like he is going to get killed. Let's go back to my fight. I'm just checking everybody out. I was assuming that we would win just because of our sheer number. I somehow have a Magikarp up there. Alright, we are about to get our legendary. The legendaries, we are probably looking for, what is it? Formosa. We're looking for Genesect, Buzzwole. I think those are our only ones. Alright. So we're down to 6 people, and one of them is also very low. So my chances are looking pretty good of getting this title, I'm not going to lie to you guys, especially if I get a good legendary here. I'll probably level to 7, and then just play him so I could keep all my mons in the game. I'm looking for the bug portal. I do see 3 of them, so I'm pretty confident I'm going to get at least one. Go straight into one. Pretty good. We do go to level 7 immediately. We're still at our interest cap, which is really good. And we see our options, and the only one that we get is Formosa. Definitely not my favorite of the bug legendaries. I really like Buzzwall and Genesect a whole lot more. But we'll take what we were given. We are going to throw Formosa right on the front line, give her the King's Rock, a little bit more HP. I was going to give that to Heracross, but then you gotta remember, what if I do find a Flame Orb later on in the game? Throw that on him, that makes his attack a whole lot stronger. So we were saving that item slot on him. And then you always want to throw your good items on your legendary as soon as you can, whether you have to sell some of your Pokemon or whether you saved some of your items. Let's see how we do now that we have the legendary. We are playing up against somebody that still is only level 6, and that means they gotta go up against 10 bugs, so they're at a huge disadvantage. I unfortunately don't think that the Heatran is going to be enough. He kind of gets destroyed there. So we are getting one step closer. We just want to keep winning. We are now looking to get to level 8. We're actually very close. Almost interesting enough to just go for it now. But I do think that we are strong enough to hold back a little bit. It would cost us more than half of our gold. So I think we are going to sit and wait one more round. But we definitely want to be as strong as possible as soon as possible, just to keep the win streak going. Alright, this is a decent team. Looks like it is Dragon plus a Blacephalon. Very out of place legendary there, unfortunately. I guess maybe he missed his portal. But he definitely got destroyed there. And then, little unfortunate and fortunate at the same time. Every single player got 15 additional HP, so technically I could lose and then still get that title because you need to have 100 HP. So if I lose and I don't lose more than 16 HP, I can still get that title. You did see here exactly what I had predicted. We did find a Flame Orb, throw that right on the Heracross. That's going to make him way stronger. We do have a leftover Charcoal. I should probably be throwing that on like a Formosa or something, but I'm saving it. We are not going to get any more single items. From this point forward in the game, you only get crafted components. So I got that King's Rock on stage 19 and that PvE with Lugia and Ho-Oh. That is the first, and that's the line where every item after that is going to be a combined item. Pretty strong team here from Ninjask. He has a lot of water Pokemon. I'm starting to think this is going to be our first loss. And it is. But if you guys look, we only lost 15 HP, so we can still get that title. So definitely on the lucky side there. We did pick up a Vibrava, and after losing that one, I no longer have that security blanket, so I want to get up to level 8 as soon as possible. I should probably be selling the second evolution of Sewaddle so I could put in that Wurmple. I think Wurmple's a little better, especially because we don't have any grass right now. But now we're going to get 2 extra copies of Bugs, so I'm I'm pretty certain that we could beat that Ninjask given one more opportunity. You guys are gonna kind of know um, based on the thumbnail and the title of the video, but if you if you didn't put it together now, I'll put it together now for you. At the end of this game, I come up against two opponents who have some of the strongest teams I've ever seen. And the teams that they had were so just unbeatable. And I felt like I had to post this so I could share it with you guys at just how strong they were and how long this game went on for. So unfortunately, spoiler, we're not going to get first place in this game. You guys are going to see why. But I will spectate to the very end so that you guys can see the final battles. We are copying Beedrill, Butterfree, Heracross, Orbeetle, and did I say Formosa? Anyways, we're copying 5. All right, so we pick up the Blue Orb or the Razor Fang. I think immediately I'm gonna go for the Blue Orb. I don't have any crit abilities. We're gonna grab that Blue Orb. We will throw it on Formosa just to add a little bit of extra damage. I'm looking at that Charcoal. Probably should throw it on anything at this point. We are looking for... Ooh, Larvesta, that's pretty good. I should be buying that instead of the second evolution of Swaddle. That should be getting bought. Nice. Really strong fire team here. A lot of 3 stars. You got Chandelure, you got Charizard, you got the Fennec 3-star, but I think our bugs were just way too strong. So now at this point, guys, you can see we are going to get top 3. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, these guys are pretty high health, but we got up to the 8 bugs. We're really strong. We should have no issue here. But you guys are going to see these two opponents build some of the strongest teams and strongest synergistic teams that I have ever seen in this game. So you guys will see that. I'm not too sure when we do start losing. It might be on this stage where I realize, okay, we're not going to be able to win. But we got a Suicune here with a Shell Bell and a Soldew, along with the loaded dice. And you guys are going to see that is one of the strongest combos on a Pokemon I have ever seen. The Shell Bell heals it and keeps it alive. The Soldew allows it to cast its ability more often, makes it stronger. The Soldew also makes its ability deal more damage over time. And then the loaded dice, on every single hit, including the special attack, it has a chance to hit the lowest health enemy. I believe it's a 50% chance to hit the lowest health enemy. And that counts for on hits. So anytime the Suicune uses its ability, it runs in a certain path, and because I have so many Pokemon on board, it hits all of my Pokemon with a 50% chance to hit all of my lowest health Pokemon for every single time a Pokemon gets hit. So that Suicune absolutely counters my swarm of bugs, and I kind of started realizing that now, so I'm thinking there's no way I can beat that. Maybe if I get up to level 9 and throw in another bug, or I find some other synergy. Just need to add something. And then I look at this guy's team, just an electric build. I'm thinking, okay, this should be not much of an issue, but this fight got a little closer than I had thought. He does have a Xurkitree that deals a lot of damage, but we did have an overwhelming swarm on this one. He does have an electric light build. So after I beat him here, I'm like, okay, that eases my mind a little bit. Maybe that electric light build can beat that Suicune build and can help me out a little bit. But right now, we are slowly leveling to 9. We did find another really good bug Pokemon. And we're going to go ahead and pick him up. We probably don't have time to find a... excuse me. We probably don't have time to find a Silicon. But we find the Venipede. What did we sell there? I wasn't paying attention. But we're going to keep moving forward. Alright. Got some decent items. We only have one item for Butterfree. We're probably going to pick up the Aqua Egg or the Wide Lens for Butterfree. Yep. Might be a mistake just because, I don't remember what Butterfree's ability does or if it's that worth it. Also, I could just level to 9 now, but I have so much health, and I already lost the ability to get that title. So I'm just saying, okay, if I take one more loss, at least I can level for free, and then I have a bunch more rolls. But we're coming up against that Suicune again, and as you guys can see, it just destroys my entire team. I mean, just look at the damage there, guys. His Feraligator's doing a little bit, but the Suicune's dealing over 1,000 damage to my team in a matter of seconds. It's just too hard to beat. So I'm thinking to myself, alright, so I'm fighting for second. We're freezing. Again, I'm not going to level yet. The reason I'm not leveling is because I know I'll be playing Ninjaska's team, and I did beat him in the last fight. So I'm thinking, alright, I'm probably going to beat him. I don't need to level. I can just level once next turn. Although, if you look at the money situation, I'm going to lose out on a little bit of money by leveling next turn, just because it'll only give me 2 XP. So I potentially probably should have done it this turn, in hindsight. But without knowing what kind of upgrade my opponent did, I lost. And then I looked to see what the damage was, and it was the Rotom Jerome plus Xerxtree. So now I'm looking, I'm like, alright, I just got absolutely destroyed by both these guys. It's not looking very good for me. But we're going to try and get to level 9, see if we can do anything. And I should be looking at their teams to see, you know, what they got going on. So we are just looking for some Dittos. We have 45 gold, so I'm staying at the interest cap for myself. It's going to automatically add the volcano guy for us. Alright, we're coming up against a Suicune. Let's see how bad it destroys my team again. You can see, gets one special ability, does 500 damage. Gets one more, does another 400. And gets up to 1,000 damage again. So I know for a fact we can't beat that. So I'm kind of just down in the dumps a little bit. We had a really strong run here, but my opponent's got some very, very good builds. We are looking for more of those, the Venipedes. We are looking for maybe a Ditto. The only reason I'm freezing this one is because it is a PvE. So there's no real reason to spend all of your money. Especially because I think I can survive one more hit. Alright. So now I'm checking out their teams and I see, oh, he's got 5 light. So his Xerxtree is getting an insane buff on the light square, along with 7 lightning, so all of his electric attacks, every third attack is a triple attack, and even more buffs as well. So at this point I'm rolling down, thinking to myself, okay, so we're finding some last second evolutions. Let's see how strong we can actually get here. We are looking for another one of those. And then we are looking for another Venipede. Forgot to put the shield on. Don't know if that would have made a difference, but going up against the electric guy, let's see what we got. So if you guys noticed during the fight, his Electivire, crazy how he found 9 Elekkids, but it did have a Pokédoll on there, so it was distracting all of my Pokemon during that fight. I'm looking for something here. I just go ahead and grab another ability shield. I'm going to try and shield my frontline Pokemon. Probably was the wrong choice. I probably should have choice spec'd something. Need a little bit more damage, not more defense. So we rolled. We did not find another Venipede. So I'm just putting some shields on some stuff. Probably should have put one on Venipede, actually. And then moved up the Flygon. That's probably what I should have done. Then Heracross could have had 2 shields. Sold the Wurmple, looking for another Venipede or the Ditto. Didn't find it. Have a strong feeling this is my last fight. Going up against the Bug Destroyer and Suicune. Fortunately, Suicune used its first ability, and I still had some shields out there, so he didn't deal as much. But now he's got a second evolution of Sobble that cleaned up and did the rest of the damage for the team. So I was very happy with this team. This is one of the stronger bug teams I've created, despite the legendary. So then I'm looking at these teams, I'm like, these are 2 of the most godly teams I've ever watched. I mean, this guy's got an Electivire, he's got almost a Luxray. What's the second evolution? Luxio, maybe? I don't remember. But he's got 6 light Pokemon. He's got a Jolteon. He's got an Electivire. Zergstree is probably his perfect Pokemon. He's got a Porygon too. So I decided to spectate him because I think he's going to win. And then as I'm watching, I see that the critical attack second evolution of Sobble destroyed him. And then I'm like, alright, let me go ahead and I'm going to watch the water guy. See, he's got 9 water, so he gets all of his abilities and his PP really fast. You look at the fights, even though the electric guy lost with Zergstree dealing 1,000 damage, he had a bunch of water Pokemon dealing a crap ton of damage. So I guess that's just sheer number for you at that point. So let's go ahead and see. We're just going to be playing against the PvE here. Alright. Quick fight. Let's see if any of these items make a difference. If I'm the water guy, I'm taking that Wonder Box. And I'd be throwing it on probably Kingdra? Kingdra or Whiskash, maybe. Let's see what he does. I don't quite remember what he does. Yeah, so he throws it on Kingdra. Found a Ditto, so he needs 2 more of those for maybe an Empoleon. But I would rather use the Dittos for a Wishy-Washy, to be honest. Alright, so let's see. Water Guy won last time. Let's go ahead and see how this one goes. It looks like the Electivire and the Zergstree now destroyed this water team. So now I'm like, okay, well, what did the electric guy, the light guy, do to get stronger? And then I looked at his board, and I'm like, I see. So he moved his Electivire into that light spot, and then shuffled his board around so that his Suicune didn't deal as much damage. If you look at the stats, his Suicune only did 209 damage. I'm like, okay, so he's got it figured out. So now he should be able to win this now. So let's go ahead and spectate him, see if he wins. Now we're going to be playing against the water guy. Alright, here we go. Zergstree doing some damage. Electivire is stuck on that Shelios. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Now the water guy's winning this fight? That's crazy. And the difference there was Suicune did an extra 500 damage. Alright, so now we're on to the last fight. So let's see. Should we keep watching the electric guy? At this point, I have noticed that every single person that I've spectated has lost. I have yet to spectate the person that wins. So I'm going to spectate the water guy here. If I'm him, I would make the Wishy-Washy and take out the Oshawott, but he goes ahead and he makes the Empoleon. I probably wouldn't have done that. Empoleon's not making a difference, whereas a Wishy-Washy probably could have. So let's go ahead and see if that makes a difference, or if the Electric's going to be able to prevail. Looks like Water's doing really good here. Up against the Xerxtree, we got the Oh, no. Electric just destroys. So every single Spectate that I had lost. Again, Suicune died super early that round, so you can see that was the deciding factor. Empoleon did 112 damage. Probably could have made a Wishy-Washy and had a little bit different of an outcome. But you can see I came up against two gods right there. Two god squads against my little bug team. But definitely really happy with that game. Super strong. Enjoyed playing that game a lot and enjoyed watching. But thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great night.